Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, March something, 3rd, 4th, 5th, somewhere around in there. And I just wanted to do like an extension video to show that being a picker isn't just about finding stuff on the curb to sell. It's actually kind of a life, you know. A lot of what we own, we picked, and yeah, it just gets a little more complicated from there. So I might as well just show you. So we're on Nancy's porch, which the house, I guess you could say I picked. I inherited it from my dad. It's where Nancy and I live right now. But this is technically her porch because that over there is technically my porch, even though nobody lives there right now. But so just a few little things. I mean, you know, this is actually came from a good friend. This is a little heater stove off the City of New Orleans train, the one from the song. These are our emergency water bottles from the Snowpocalypse. These came from a movie set that I worked on. I can't remember where we got that chair, but Nancy made I don't think she's into Satan worship, but it's got the cool thing on it. This great little storage or ammo box, army ammo box. Everybody loves those things. This is a pick I made just literally late yesterday. I was going to post it for free as a project chair for somebody, but Nancy loved it, and I think it's really unique. I've never seen a chair like it. You know, the little table there, we picked it. You know, God only knows. I can't remember where everything comes from. This is a piece of Nancy's artwork. That's obviously a pig mannequin covered in Mardi Gras beads and stuff. Oh, this is a piece of our favorite artist, one of our favorite artists' work, Kenny Hayes. So you can see that all his stuff is made from found objects. So we like to barter and trade with him. This is another one of his pieces there. But then it just, the whole concept of, you know, reusing and redoing, and it just expands from there. You know, like we have this, this is security bars off a door that we use as a dog gate. These stones in her front yard came from her grandfather's quarry that were brought back from Arkansas. This is a piece of driftwood that I picked from Harbor Town after the big flood of, I don't know, 2011. That's a piece of artwork her mom made. You know, so her mom was kind of technically a picker. That's her teardrop trailer that I bought secondhand because, you know, again, if you can buy something secondhand for cash and not have to have a note, that's a big part of what it means to be a picker. And of course, Nancy's really into Wonder Horses. I've lost count as to how many we have. We used to have, our front fence used to be all made out of reclaimed materials, but I don't know, once it started falling apart, I decided to go with the conventional route as much as I didn't want to. Nancy's whole yard is decorated with picker finds, you know, in the very artistic sense. This is really weird. These are pieces of a tree trunk from a tree my dad planted 45 years ago in that yard right over there, which is where I grew up here in Cooper Young. My dad grew up in that house. My grandmother bought it in the 40s with money she made as a Rosie the Riveter. Paid, I can't remember if she paid cash for it, but the mortgage was less than $5,000, and she's where I got my initial, yeah, we'll use the term picker mentality, because obviously she was a child of the Depression. My church van, another picker find, paid cash for it. Big, huge, beautiful church van that was well loved until I got a hold of it. Yesterday, since the city has stopped making recycle runs, I made 2 huge recycle loads for neighbors yesterday. They each chip in some gas money. I'm not trying to sound all altruistic, but I ran out of time, didn't get time to make it to the facility. But then, lo and behold, I picked a twin bed at the end of the day. You know, everything you see here is picker. The table, the chairs, the little free library, the beautiful little lion. This flower pot here came from my porch across the street. I'm not going to spin around again because I don't want to give anybody, you know, headaches, whatever. I'm going to let y'all guess where that came from. Test your Midtown Memphis prowess. This is one of my favorite picker items on the planet right here. This is, I always get it mixed up whether it's tulips or lilies. But this came from a flower bed that my great-grandmother planted in the 50s. When I sold the house, the guy let me dig a few up. And I put them here on my porch, and they still keep coming up every year. You know, that chair frame, the wooden box. I made the door, or that door panel, because the glass in the original door got broken. You know, this little cute little fence here, side fence, garden fence we'll call it, that was all picker. The fire hydrant. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you the idea that being a picker isn't just a 9 to 5. It's not a, you know, hey, I can make money this way. It's literally a lifestyle. My little trailer here, bought it secondhand from a good friend, pretty cheap, and thankfully it come in handy because my main trailer was being used by a very good friend. Nancy's car, bought it cash secondhand from a dealership. You know, so no car note there. This is Nancy's little free library that I picked it. It's one of those, it was one of those random weekly paper free boxes that nobody uses anymore. And of course she decorated it. These plants she's had forever, and we just transplanted them here when we got this house fixed up and moved into it. Oh, here's something cool I wanted to show y'all. This dog here was in that Jerry Lee Lewis biopic movie, the one with Winona Ryder. Great Balls of Fire, yeah. So that's a piece of set deck. I can't show you inside, but just extrapolate this and add about twice as much stuff and you'll get the idea. But anyway, that was my little video for this morning. I'll I've got a pretty busy day. Hopefully we'll be get a chance to make a couple of videos. I'm going to try to spin around and hope I don't look too horrible. Well, I guess it's all subjective, isn't it? But I realize I don't show myself much in these things. But y'all have a great day. It's supposed to be a beautiful day. We survived snowpocalypse. Swatted my first mosquito last night. Hope that's not a bad sign. And we'll talk to y'all later. Oh, Nancy's supposed to be making me a fancy schmancy intro outro for these. So we'll see how that goes. See ya. Hello again. It's a bonus track. I didn't mean to use the word lifestyle in the sense that I saw it in a Martha Stewart magazine and said, oh, let's do that. I meant lifestyle as in a outward manifestation of personal philosophy. And that philosophy is our entire approach to economy and meeting people's needs and how those two intertwine is totally whack. The idea that there's only a few basic economic concepts is totally whack. The fact that the very first use of the brand new science of psychiatry was to trick people into buying more stuff is whack. So much about what we humans adopt or take on in life as imposed burdens just because we've been led to believe that's what it means to be a grown-up is insane. So this is just my little way of approaching life a little differently. And it happens to have some fairly beautiful side effects. One of those is infinitely less stress. A little bit of appreciation now and then. I don't know. It's hard to explain. If you ain't doing it, you're not going to get it. If you wake up in the morning because, your car note's $350 and you wouldn't make it if you didn't get up, and that's your primary reason for getting up, you might want to reconsider why you're getting up. And I'm not trying to preach, brother. I am not trying to preach. This is 50 years of contemplating life speaking. I've been there. I've done the Republican Germantown Audi Ralph Lauren thing. I've done the Manhattan Boston thing. I know what it's like. And so much of it's just a cruel joke that we play on one another. For the life of me, I can't understand why. Y'all have a great day.